Lots of lights and lots of action. When you watch Wando's performance of Beetlejuice, that was a big takeaway. Director Mr. Moser says he wanted to create a visually appealing show. We caught up with the director to hear his vision both before the show and get his reaction after the show.
If they come in and see the same old things that they saw last year, everybody's going to get bored. But if we can add new things like these moving footlights that you see around here, we can really show people the cool effects that we have. I think aesthetically, this is a show that I'm the most pleased with. But I think that this show really just took what we did last year and took the ante up. And I am just so proud of it and everybody on stage, yeah.
Before dressing up as the iconic Ghost with the Most, lead actor Jeremy Roque has practiced day in and day out for nearly 5 years to prepare for his most anticipated performance. Jeremy says learning the choreography and music helped him become an efficient actor both before and after the show.
Oh, I am so excited for that beautiful sound. Our choreographer, Izzy Pelbath, one of our students here, created a great dance number. It's still that beautiful sound. It's awesome. I love the dance. Having so much fun with Lydia. So tiring at the first. We were gasping for air when we started doing it, but now that we're doing it now for real, it's just awesome.
And after the curtains closed, Jeremy and Mr. Moser were able to celebrate the show and figure out how to improve their next one.
If I could have done anything differently, I will say that I would have figured out a way to mic more people and also spent more time on the sound. Sound, when it comes to a technical show, is the most unpredictable element. And so if I could just finally get a master technician in here to figure out where all of our mics are and get everyone mic'd up and all that kind of stuff, that would be great.
Well, I have no complaints. That was a perfect show. Tech problems one time, but other than that, I was prepared perfectly. It was just awesome.
There are two kinds of people in this world. People who love cars and know everything about them, and people who only care to know the make and model.
My car is a Hyundai Accent 2010.
Today we are taking a look into a 2010 Hyundai with a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine and a brand new 2023 McLaren Artura Tech Lux with a V8 twin-turbo engine. These two cars may look very different, but they both come with their expenses. McLarens tend to require a lot of upkeep, while Cassidy's car tends to be more problematic.
The biggest problem with my car is the check engine light is always on, no matter how many times we bring it to the shop.
Though everyone loves taking their car to the shop, some features are just too good to get rid of.
My favorite part about my car is the broken driver's side door because it doesn't open from the inside, so I have to roll my window down and open it from the outside.
This vintage car feature is one thing you unfortunately can't find in a McLaren. Don't get too upset though. The McLaren does have one thing that a 2010 Hyundai doesn't include: a very hefty price tag of $160,000.
I think my car is worth, without the dent and without the check engine light on, $4,000.
For $4,000, you can go 0 to 60 in 13 seconds, or for $160,000, you can do it in just 3 seconds. Reporting for ECSN, I'm Addie Burnham with Maria Francesca Picone.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yes, correct. This coming Monday.
Making appointments for getting your hair done is a familiar task. The thing that is unusual about this appointment is that high school kids are going to do their job.
Most days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for the seniors, they work as a full open salon taking clients.
These kids will take clients for all kinds of different cosmetic services as part of the East Cooper CAS cosmetology program.
Hair, waxing, nails, like pedicures and manicures and facials and all that.
Of what's going on today, most of the students are out there doing the haircut, doing the coloring, doing the blow drying on themselves or by themselves, and then at the end I come back and check it and make sure that it's done properly.
It's a lot of work, and several of Miss Reineke's students are happy to do the work because it's an investment in their future. Many of these students want to run their own salon someday.
A way how it benefits you is it helps build up your clientele, And it's also like, you learn everything that you're supposed to learn about like hair, as far as like barbering and nails and like, yeah, facials, waxing, everything.
In order for these students to build a clientele, they need to first build their knowledge. They will start in the classroom, then they will go on to individually practicing each skill before working with real people.
When they start, a lot of it is on mannequins. And that way I can walk around, supervise each step that they're doing, and then gradually as they take clients and even as their confidence grows, they will take over the whole haircut.
And she'll go out there, show us how to do it, and then we'll all kind of try to perform it, and we'll kind of keep practicing and stuff. So that's kind of like an average day.
My end goal is to go ahead and open up my own hair business and be able to get my license. I chose this class because I was always into hair and nails as I was younger, so I plan on opening up my own hair salon when I get older.
All those salon days add up to enough hours for these kids to get their cosmetology license before graduating high school. This will eventually get them one step closer to booking appointments for real instead of at school. Reporting for ECSN, I'm Izzy Klein.
At Boone Hall Fright Nights, the experience starts before you even walk through the gates.
So we have 3 attractions this year that have all new scares, all new themes.
And that's what's keeping people from coming back to one of Charleston's favorite events. Each year is a new setup for a new scare. And event director, Ryan Neal, is excited about this year's new attractions.
We've got Ward 8, which is our traditional 4,000 square foot indoor walk-through haunt. We've got Phobia, which is a brand new 20,000 square foot indoor-outdoor haunt that takes you through all the different things that people fear: death, darkness, snakes, spiders, clowns, all that good stuff. And of course our legendary Fallout Haunted Hayride, which is a 30-minute ride through all those dark woods back there in the back of Boone Hall.
Ben German has a big role in the Ward 8 attraction. And actors like him say Fright Night will be bigger, better, and more importantly, scarier.
I think they're just different. I mean, this year they're bigger. There's more animatronics. The size of the Phobia attraction is just a lot bigger than last time. But I don't say like it, it's just different. It's just different. I like it. It's good different though.
Everyone seems to be in a good mood about this year's Fright Night, which is a huge payoff because there's a ton of work that goes into setting it all up.
I think the biggest thing that we always kind of deal with is the fact that we're on a working farm. So unlike places like Universal Studios and other big commercial attractions, we don't have the concrete footing and all the electrical infrastructure and things like that. So we're building in the middle of a cornfield each and every year. And so our team continues to push the boundaries of what we can do with technology while still being here on a working farm right in the heart of Mount Pleasant and Charleston County.
The team behind Fright Night is very excited to show the community this year's Fright Night, and even the guests have high hopes for this year.
I think they'll be more interesting than the last ones. I have high hopes for them.
Because there are some kids, there's like one kid at every oyster roast who will like eat as many as any adult, and I'm like, I think that's awesome when it's like a 5-year-old kid that's just like tearing them up.
It's a bad day to be an oyster if you were at Goldbug Island in the middle of January.
My favorite way to eat an oyster is an oyster roast like this. I prefer them steamed. I do not prefer them raw.
Oyster mascot Shelby is scared to death for his oyster pals, as around 150 people came to chow down on more than 640 pounds of oysters. Thankfully, the Low Country Land Trust has a plan.
So these shells will be recycled straight back into the environment so that little baby oysters called spats have a new place to stick on like that and grow.
It's a common theme in January in South Carolina, as we're right around peak oyster season. In fact, we found more than 15 oyster roasts just in our area this month, including Low Country Land Trust oyster roast.
One, I'd say it's a natural way of life here in the Low Country, right? Folks love their oyster roasts, so we want to lean into that. I'd say the second thing is similar to what Bea was saying. This is on a protected property. It's something that is happening in January anyways, so we felt like it was a good tie-in, and we were doing oyster builds for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like it hits a lot of the different portions of our mission.
Over the years, the Low Country Land Trust annual nonprofit oyster roast has helped protect over 162,000 acres of land just along the South Carolina coast. And they have enjoyed achieving their mission goals over the years by throwing some of the most popular winter events in the Lowcountry. Reporting for ECSN, I'm Addie Burnham with Maria Francesca Picone.
Hello?
Hey, have you heard of the new game?
What new game?
It's a new VR game called Run and Hide, but it shows up on people's devices without them even downloading it. And if you break any of the rules, then you can die.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Sailor. It's impossible for a game to actually kill you. I mean, if you have a heart attack, but still.
Just be safe, please.
I will. Bye.
Bye.
What's the worst that could happen? What? I haven't even picked a game yet.
The game Run and Hide is a new installment that involves you, the character, and completing different tasks at night in order to escape. Stay alert and beware of your surroundings. Animals will hunt you down, or even worse if you break any of the rules. Try not to die and have fun.
Continue.
Welcome to Run and Hide. Task 1, Tightrope. Task 1 completed. Task 2, Balance Test. Task 2 completed. Task 3, Avoid the cracks. Task failed. Life over. Better luck next time.